Here we have two young and up-and-coming studs in the IFBB. Blessing Awodibu. This is him at the Indy Pro. His debut, he took third, which was a very impressive debut. He had a lot of hype coming into this event. And then on the other side of the token, you have Jephte Cherenfant. And he made his debut, his pro debut at the Tampa Pro, 2021 Tampa Pro. And he placed all the way down in 10th. Of course, it was a completely different lineup. I mean, you had Ian Valliere, Phil Clahere, Charles Griffin, shocked everybody, Max Charles, Shaban was there, and in 6th, you had Sung Tu Lee. So, what I'm saying, it was a completely different lineup. So, from 3rd to 10th, you can't really say that that's fair. But anyway, this was a lot of hype for Blessing Awodibu coming into this event, and I never heard nothing about Cherenfant coming in, Jephte Cherenfant. And he's fantastic. Structurally speaking, these guys are similar. They're both tall, small waistlines, and they both need to put on some more mass, I think, as far as their wheels are concerned. Jeff is taller. He's a couple inches taller, in fact. But the thing of it is, he stands taller as well, so the height may be a discrepancy with some of you guys, but for those of you who understand, bending at the knees, things of that nature, it all takes away. I think that Cherenfant, he might have a less of a wide clavicle, but he's battling back, I think, with a larger set of delts. You see that? Look at the size of the delts on this. Bundy, big bad Bundy, I believe his nickname is. Small little wee waistline and food for thought. I believe that he had a herniated belly button removed, so that looks fantastic. Fantastic. It all helps. Go to the front double bicep, and we'll run through these poses. And wow. I set up this matchup, and I thought it was going to be fair. I thought it was going to be a pretty good duel. Blessing Awodibu is a beast. Look at the arms on this man. His display looks a lot better as well. You can see what I mean. Jeff stands tall. I think he's standing a little too tall in the front double. Arm for arm, though, guys. Blessing, like I said, wow. Needs a little bit more sweep on those triceps to match the biceps, that is. Friggin' beast. So Blessing, for sure, I would say. But all biceps aside, I do like the physique. And even in the wheel department for Jeff, he looks pretty good, guys. Now head over to the front lat spread, and that's a little bit better. More of a matchup now. You take those dominant arms out of the equation, and Cherenfant does have a good physique. He's maybe winning as far as the torso is concerned. And like I said, the wheels, I think the separation of Cherenfant's legs are better. He's holding them different. It's hard to say. I think he needs to maybe squat down a little bit more like Blessing is doing. Point the knees out. It creates more of a sweep in the wheels. Although, when you compare his waistline to his wheels, Cherenfant, hey, he's in proportion. He looks good. And like I said, you take those arms out of the equation, because that was dominant, guys. From the biceps, even the forearms. I didn't mention the forearms, but wow, what a dominance. But I guess you could say it's a tie, mathematically. Of course, plenty of poses to go, like the side shots. And I can hear you guys now. But Mark's Max Muscle, now you've gone and made Blessing taller than Cherenfant. Made them around the same height. Blessing holds his head way back. You see that? Holds his head back and is dealt up nice and high. Whereas Jephte Cherenfant, I guess he puts his face forward and he brings his delt down a little bit. And look at the far leg on Blessing. He is maximizing his height this time, holding it perfectly straight. So, yeah. There's only a couple of inches between these two, so when they do a few things like that, sizing does get difficult. But I dare say, look at the delts. This is as dominant for Cherenfant's delts as Blessing was dominant in the biceps and forearms, things of that nature in the front double. This is and from the side, Cherenfant's wheels, very dominant as well. So this is actually turning out to be a decent little matchup. Now let's have a look at the side tricep. And maybe the same thing here. I believe that Blessing needs to straighten his arm out a little bit, like Cherenfant's doing. Good separation in the tricep of Blessing. So I do believe if he did snap his tricep a little straighter, it would be, more effective. I think the physique is better for Cherenfant. The midsection, the chest, things of that nature. He has a slight tear in his pec, I believe, Cherenfant. And the pecs, hey, didn't really mention much about the pecs and the side chest development, but Blessing probably winning on that as well. The wheels, I think, going to Cherenfant, and again, that delt looks a little better here for Blessing, so not that bad. Not like it was in the side chest. He needs to maybe work on the display of his delt in the side chest development. I could just see Blessing right now shaking his head, wanting to get a hold of me for trying to criticize his posing techniques. Sorry, Blessing. I've seen the dude do some MMA. He would take me out so fast. Make my grandkids' head spin. Anyway, go to the back development, because this is where a matchup can be made or broken. Blessing's back seems to have better muscle separation. Now, does that mean he's winning? Condition for condition, these guys are similar. Glutes, things of that nature. I like Cherenfant's back better in some aspects. The width, the structure of it, the traps. But then again, the display, the detail, Blessing's back, fantastic. Go to the rear double bi. And this is basically the same thing. Cherenfant, the structure of his back, the silhouette, the traps. I believe he is a bigger, more powerful man, maybe. Hard to say. But this is bodybuilding, and Blessing with a smaller structured back. I think he has much more detail. And if you're watching a video footage side by side, you would probably see an edge for Blessing as well. Now here's where I thought Cherenfant was going to get those delts up and really show Blessing what for. But it seems Blessing, he's worked on his display so perfectly for this one that his delts look better. So, seemed he was losing in a couple of aspects, but he seems to get some ground back, does Blessing? Does that make sense to you guys? Go to the abs and thigh, finish this one off. And again, hard to size these guys. Blessing, he's crouching down so much, I think, and he's flexing his abs, and what that does, I think, maybe creates less of a Victorian waistline, if you know what I mean. He's crouching down, because his waistline looks wide here compared to Cherenfant's. Cherenfant's structure's awesome, but muscle separation, little too smooth monsoon for Cherenfant in that aspect. With all due respect, hey, a guy known as Big Bad Bundy, powerhouse like this, got to be careful with what you say about these dudes. But I would be disrespectful to you guys if I didn't call it like it is. Good wheels on Cherenfant, I have to say. Finish this one off, and this was a good matchup. Oftentimes, you guys don't see some of the matches that I do set up, and I have certain feelings of certain comparisons that it will be a good one. Like these two guys are in the similar boat, tall, need some more mass on the wheels, things of that nature. They're young, up and coming. And I thought it was going to make a good match, and after the first front double, I was going to scrap it. But then as I went through the poses, I do believe that these guys, with some more improvements, for each of them, of course, they could be doing battle for a top spot, even on the Olympia stage. Here is your winner of this matchup. Blessing Awodibu. Could get some criticism for it. I believe the conditioning was just a little too much. Posing techniques, things of that nature. If Cherenfant works on that, hey, I could have given it to him. A little more ab separation too. I was surprised for Blessing as well. Anyway, guys, it was an exciting one if you ask me. I hope you guys liked it too. Might not get the most amount of views in the world, but I'm sure you guys will enjoy it nonetheless. Hit thumbs up on it. because that really helps out, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.